I'm here with Ed Headrick, who is PDGA number 001. Ed, you invented the disc pole hole. How has the sport progressed in the last 25 years?
Well, obviously it's done something right because it was only one guy here when I invented it, right? So from there it went to about 5,000 members. It's played in on about 400 golf courses in the world and in, I think, 12 countries now. So it's gone pretty well.
And what is the best element of disc golf, separating it from other sports?
The players themselves, right? Disc golf is a unique thing in psychology to me, that in high school we learned to play in teams, and in college we learned to play on teams, and if we were fortunate we got to learn to play tennis or some other game that we could just excel in or not excel in. But in the main, it's always, let's play on this team, let's get the football team going. You get out of all that environment and you find yourself in this big world, and you're going, wow, how do I deal with myself? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know whether to get out and fight for a new job or try to fight to improve myself. And so some kids turn to drugs, and some kids turn to smoke, and a lot of old people turn to alcohol, and it winds up that they hide from whoever this person is inside. So all of a sudden, here's a game. It's called disc golf. All you need is a Frisbee. You know,
could you show us one of these Frisbees?
It could cost from $3 to $12. And this is a particular model Frisbee called a high-tech number 3.
And what would you use that for?
This is for a drive downwind. So we have just like golf clubs, just like the clubs in your bag. This is my golf bag, and
could you go through your bag and show us what you have in there and what you throw on particular holes?
Yeah, I could, but it changes the subject. The answer to your first question is more important to me, if I may be rude.
Then yes, that's not rude at all.
What I think is that disc golf has offered this tremendous multitude of wandering souls that would like to learn to do something on their own without somebody barking at them what the rules are or telling them how they have to do the game. And disc golf is just that game. You can go into a public park, take your own Frisbee, play at your own time, run if you want to, do anything you want, participate in the sport to any degree you want, and nobody tells you anything.
Is this what you had in mind when
Exactly.
25 years ago?
Exactly.
Disc golf did not exist, and you were staying up late one night and you thought, hey, disc golf.
No, not really. I invented the modern Frisbee, too. It's also my patent. And in the 60s, there was a lot of trouble with youth in the country. They just didn't know who they were and what they were. They hated business, and they didn't know why they hated business. So Frisbee itself became the emblem of that hippie movement in those hippie years. So the people I knew and the people I made friends with are the people I'm talking about. They needed to find themselves, and they couldn't find themselves in a college professor who had never done anything but teach in college, right? So they came out of school, and I came out of my school running Whammo for 10 years, and we were friends. We were in a position where they trusted me and I trusted them, and we mutually came up with a game called disc golf. We used to we'll throw to this pole first, and we'll throw to that pole second, and make up our own golf course. Then we formalized it in 1975 with this catching device that you see here on this course, and it just took off like wildfire. Everybody loves it because of all those reasons, all those real reasons. And now we see the top of the pinnacle. This is a world championship, where these people are so much better than us old guys that they're not even in the same game anymore. But that has to be in a sport to make it work. There has to be a top level, a middle level, and a penetration level at the bottom, right?
Was going back to what you said about the image of the 60s and the bad image that Frisbee got at that time, was that a fair rap?
It didn't get a bad image as far as I'm concerned. It became an emblem of those years, but it also helped a lot of people through a lot of bad trouble. You know, those were the drug years, those were the acid years, and it gave them something they could focus on that was healthy for them to do.
Do you think people's attitudes hold over from that when they see a flying disc?
A lot of park directors have been afraid of it, afraid of bringing that element into the park. But you look around now, and those guys who are park directors in parks nowadays just got a haircut, that's all. They're from the 60s themselves. So it's beginning to lighten up. Time is healing the wounds, and I think what we're seeing now is a big support from the park departments, because they see a golf course like this as a way to ward off disturbances in the park, as a way to protect the park itself from vandals, as a way to protect it from sexual groups taking over superiority in the park.
If you could sum up your contribution to disc sports, how would you sum that up?
I have the biggest family of anybody in the world.
The
I
disc
really
golf
do.
family?
I really do. Yeah. I mean, you see the guys at the dinners, and you see how they treat me, and the respect that I have to earn every day. So, to me, that's emblematic of the value of what the sport's done for them. They stand up and they have testimonials where they say, "If it wasn't for disc golf, I'd be doing so and so. And disc golf did this for my life." And that's a big payoff for me.
And what has disc golf done for your life?
It got me the biggest family in the world. So now you want to talk about what's in my bag?